get into it. Real Housewives Potomac, episode 2. And it's 2 for them. Season 9. So, double trouble. Let's get into it. So they started off the episode with Mia crying in the bathroom because Gizelle and Karen told her that she should not be bringing her relationship stuff with her kid to the show, and basically that she not protecting her kids. So, as any parent, like, the kids, that's a trigger. Like, so she in the bathroom crying her eyes out, like, and I get it. So, but her friends was there for her. Jacqueline was there for her, and the other friend that she brought there, they was, piping her up, She got it together, went back out there. Gizelle started giving out the rest of the hats. Why she get Wendy the bucket hat? Which Wendy wore the hell out of that hat though. Like, I was like, okay, Wendy, like, look at her. She tried to dish you, but you rocking that hat. Like, okay. So then she's like, Gizelle, when she gave Wendy the hat, she was like, tomorrow we gonna meet up, have lunch, and talk or whatever about how they don't like each other. And Wendy is like, okay, cool, I'm down for it, and I'm open. And she told us as she's inching closer to 40, she wants to be more open to, like, working on things, So the next day come, they do the little flashes. Karen was with Ray, Mia was with her kids, and then Wendy went to go meet Gizelle. And they went to go have, it's either lunch or dinner, I don't know, whatever. But they met up to have a conversation. And they were basically telling each other what they don't like about each other, and agreed to, like, let each other know when they have a problem with each other right then and there, instead of, like, being passive aggressive-ish. And then they was like, well, Gizelle was like, I wasn't expecting us to, be cool, but this might be my little new bestie with Wendy. And then Wendy's like, I'm not saying that we besties, but, we might be getting cool. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, we gonna see. I mean, I do like people to get along, you know what I mean? So I'm like, if they could really get along and, like, not overdo it, then I'm here for it. You know what I mean? A genuine friendship, they gotta be around each other, go on trips, all that. So why not? Right? So they come back with the new girl, Stacy, and I'm like, okay, we get to know about her a little more. Her and her ex-husband, they still live together. Well, they have 2 places. She has an apartment, and then they have, like, a house. And the daughter lives, like, in the house, but she lives back and forth between the apartment and the house. And her husband, who they're going through a divorce, lives in the house. And when he goes on vacations or whatever, she comes to the house to be with the daughter. I don't know. But she was there at the house with the daughter, and I think they got a nanny that was there with her, and she was, like, teaching her Spanish and showing off her German, and basically, I guess her dad is taking her on a trip to Cabo, so she was going over the rules, like, if you get lost on the resort, what are you gonna do, type, prepping her. And I'm like, okay, but she seems really cool, you know what I mean, so far. That's all that I can remember so far, that her kid is trilingual, that she speaks German, English, and Spanish. And I'm like, okay, get it, girl. And then what else? She used to be on QVC, and that's pretty much it from her so far. So we're still getting to know Stacy, but then they go over to Karen, and Karen have Kiana come over, and then I realized, like, they didn't invite Kiana to the Gizelle didn't invite Kiana to Karen's birthday party thing. So, to the, like, hat party. So she was like, Kiana was like, that was pretty messed up, that she wasn't invited to that. And then Karen was trying to invite her to the GNA Fusion event, but she was like, anybody that knows her knows that last time that event was, like, traumatizing for her, Kiana. So she not trying to go to the event. She good on that. But she was talking about, her man. She moving in with her man. And they're building a house, but until that's done, she moving in with him. And Karen was telling her, like, you need to get a ring, girl. Like, you should have been trying to tell him, like, I can't move in until I have a ring. Like, your mama gonna be happy when you get a ring. You know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, you know, she seems sweet though. She really seems sweet. So we get to know Kiana as well. We only know that she got her Mia and that she close with Karen and that she ain't really effing with the GNA Fusion event. So I'm like, okay, Kiana. Well, I guess we do know her a little bit from last season. So she not as new as Stacy. But yeah, you know, I like her addition. So we're gonna get to know her more. And I like her outfits. I'm like, okay, Kiana girl, like, we see you. Okay, girl, you cute. So they just gave us Ashley, and Ashley went to go meet up with Stacy, and I'm like, okay. And they went to go like walking on like a trail, which I love doing. So I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. And I got to know Stacy a little bit better. So she started asking Ashley basically about like how does she identify in the world, like what's her nationality basically. And she was like, her dad is white and her mom is black. And so she was like, so what does she consider her kids? And I'm like, Stacy girl, good question. Cause like, okay, now we finna see like, so what does she consider her kids? So she was like, well, she she really don't know, really. She was raised around the black side of her family, so that gave her like a sense of like, you know, being a black woman. But like with her kids, they aren't really around a lot of black people like that, and she reads books to them and like teaches them and stuff like that. But she does fear that they're not gonna like get like the black experience, I guess. And then Stacey was saying with her daughter as well, she's afraid because her daughter's half black, half German, and she's really proud to be German, knows it, like all of that, but she doesn't feel like her daughter has the same enthusiasm, I guess, or love for being like a black girl, and she wants her to, you know what I mean? But all of her family is in like Chicago and nowhere near there, so it's kind of hard for her. And I'm like, I get that, you know what I mean? But I just feel like Stacey should take more time to spend time with her daughter and show her daughter and teach her daughter these things and incorporate these things in her daughter life, because that's the only way she's gonna like learn them, is for you to show her if nobody else is there. But yeah, because her dad is showing her the German things, so you gotta show her. But the conversation was good, you know what I mean? Like with Ashley and her, I was like, okay, you understand both of them more, you know what I mean? Then they start talking about dating. I guess Stacy is dating this new guy named TJ, but he a Christian, so they can't do the do, you know what I mean, until they get married. But she already married and not even divorced yet. But TJ, they showed him. I was like, okay, TJ. So they working towards marriage, and Ashley is like, girl, you haven't tried it? Like, couldn't be me. And I'm like, I mean, Ashley, girl, I mean, the connection, you know what I mean? Everybody different, you know, stuff like that. Like, I get it. But, yeah. What y'all think? Y'all waiting or not? So they come back with Karen and Gizelle. And basically Karen go over to Gizelle's house and Gizelle make her cookies because you know Karen loves Gizelle's cookies. And they just start talking about the event and how Kiana wasn't invited. And but Gizelle did say that Gizelle did say that she does not have an issue with Kiana, that it was just space in the room issue or something like that. So that's why she didn't invite her, but she's gonna invite her to the GNA event, and that it's supposed to be an event for her dad. So she's like really trying to turn the brand around to not just like fitness clothes, but something more meaningful. And I'm like, okay, I can see that. I can see that. And then basically Karen was saying how she has an event that she's being honored at, but she's gonna make it to Gizelle's event. It's the same day, but she's gonna do everything that she can to make it to both. Then she leaves at 6 o'clock in the morning. She sends a message in the group text telling the ladies that there's 2 events that day, and she expects the ladies to go to both, and transportation will be provided. And Gizelle got mad, you know what I mean? She's like, no need for the ladies to be running around town, go to Karen's event. And then the ladies was just going on there saying how basically they was gonna go to Karen's event. But Stacy got on there and said that she wouldn't plan an event during her friend's event, but that's just her. She's not Karen. And then, yeah, Gizelle was just like, why are we going to go honor Karen? Like, we're honoring her for, like, running into a tree. And then they start pulling up all of her, like, charges and stuff like that. I'm like, the mess. And then, but Giselle was like, this is like an event. I'm honoring like my dad. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? She probably hasn't even processed like the grief of her dad yet, you know? So, but yeah, we're gonna see how that plays out because. So it's the day of the GNA event, and Gizelle is like, she's stressed. And she gets to the place. The place is beautiful. Like, beautiful. I'm like, okay, oh my God, like, beautiful. She partnered with these people to bring awareness to, like, brain tumors. I guess her dad went and got either a CAT scan or a CT scan, and then they found the tumor in his brain, and then 12 days later, he died. So that is really traumatic. Like, I do really send my condolences to Gizelle because that's traumatic. Like, traumatic. Um, and then Ashley gets there, you know, and they sit on the couch and they start talking about how Giselle was upset that the ladies didn't come to her event when this had been planned, and Karen's event was just dropped in the group chat the night before. So she's upset. She's like, if they don't come to this event, you know what I mean? Ashley's like, Ashley did make a good point though. She got on there talking about how Karen just be like so pro parent, like, because she lost her parents, like, you know what I mean? But she's not really there to support Gizelle with losing her dad. And we all know how important Gizelle's dad was to her. Like, we watched him on the show. Like, we all know. You know what I mean? So she was like, she looking at Karen side eye with that. And I was like, I get where she coming from. You know what I mean? But I feel like Karen has some like harbored resentment for like all the stuff on how Gizelle be dragging her on like national TV continuously, like still to this day, about her drinking and driving stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess I can see both sides. I don't know. But the ladies, it was 6 o'clock when it started. The ladies called at like 7 talking about some they won't be there till 8:30, and Ashley was like, "What? Like the event is over at 9, so y'all need to be here by 8." And then she went to go tell Gizelle that they supposed to be there by 8:30. Gizelle was like, call them back and tell them don't come. Because they are rude. Not just rude, but fucking rude. And I'm like, she's like, I get it, because that's for her dad. You know what I mean? So, but Stacy's like, Karen put them in a predicament. You know what I mean? And then Wendy and Kiana, like, we riding for Karen. So if we got to take her Uber, we stand with Karen. Y'all can try to go. But yeah, I'm like, there's a lot going on. So they come back and the ladies get to Karen's event, and Jacqueline's at Ashley and them event, and she's asking Gizelle why she's not in the group chat. And then Gizelle told her, I guess, because Karen's mad at her about the statement that she made at the table. So Karen, I guess, is not feeling her loyalty right now. So, and she was like, she's telling what she said. We gonna find out the truth when the courts release the record. You know what I mean? But Karen did say my friends is gonna ride with me, whatever, like whatever the court say. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I guess Karen. She like, you a ride or die friend or you not? So the girls show up to Karen's event, and Karen's saying how she's more popular than Gizelle, which is so messed up because this event is about her dad. Like, it's like, why are you trying to be petty right now? So I do get what Ashley's saying. You know what I mean? Because, like, this is not the event to be petty about. You know what I mean? Like, which Gizelle did say that. Like, this is not like a crawl bar event. Like, this is, like, really special to me, you know? And the event went beautiful. Like, Ashley and them, they gave a speech on how they want to transfer from athletic wear to health, inner health and outer health. And I'm like, okay, girl. Because I'm into that too. So, if you don't know, go look me up. POPMNB. Anyways. So, the girls, they pop into Karen's event and they immediately have to leave. Well, Wendy and Kiana, they didn't leave. Kiana was like, I've been to a GNA event and yeah, no, I'm staying here. And then Wendy was like, what's the point of going to Karen's event to see her to get the award? And I don't see her get the award, so I'm staying until she gets the award. So the other girls, they left or whatever. They left and they got to the event. So the ladies left and they got to GNA event, the GNA event, right at 8 o'clock, like right when Ashley told them to get there. You know what I mean? So they're like, oh snap, good, we on time. You know what I mean? They like, let's get in here. What should we say about the missing ladies? They like, we shouldn't say nothing. You know, let's just go in here. They get in there. They like, oh my God, it's beautiful. You know, it's only Mia, Stacy, and another new girl. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what her name is. But they walking in there, you know, they're like, it's beautiful. And then Gizelle see them, and she was talking, she was taking a picture with somebody. She was like, hold on, wait. Mid picture, she was like, hold on, wait, no, wait a minute, hold on. She went over there, walked straight over there, and was like, y'all need to go. I'm like, oh my God, Gizelle's not making a scene at her dad's event with all these Cancer Society people, tumor people here. I'm like, Ashley saw it. She was mid-sentence talking to somebody. She was like, hold on a second, ran over there. Gizelle pulled the bodyguard, whatever his name was. She was like, come here, get them out of here. And then the show cut off. So I guess we're going to see them get kicked out next week. Like the official kick out. But I'm like, dang, Gizelle. But they got there the time that Ashley told them to get there. But Gizelle did tell Ashley to call them back and tell them don't even come. So I guess, yeah. But they tried to support both. Like, I feel like the people that showed up, like, they really tried their best to, like, support both people from a genuine loving place. Like, so for Gizelle to freak out like that was just like, girl, they trying to support you. Like, I wouldn't stay at Karen's event for all that, because you can't be treating people like that. That's supporting you. But that was it. That was the end of the episode. Like, share, comment, subscribe. What was your favorite part? What do y'all think about this season of the Housewives? Do y'all like the new ladies so far? And I'll see y'all next week.